Welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII, and we are going to change our clothes and head to the training center. We just came off from a party, and apparently Quistis wants to unveil something to us, so we're going to go and meet her at the training center, and at the same time we're going to be forced into a battle with one of the toughest enemies at this point in the game, the T-Rexaur. Well, he's actually not that tough, but I suppose he can be a bit dangerous at this point in the game. But we'll convert him into a card so we don't gain any experience points, so we should be fine. So we're just getting a little bit of an explanation how the status defense works. Essentially, certain guardian forces allow you to junction status element magic to your status defense. So for example, the example that they're going to give here, I'm not sure if they're going to junction blind or something. Yeah, they're going to junction blind. So the way it works is that by having a certain status ailment magic like blind junction to my status attack, if I attack an enemy with a regular hit, and if that enemy isn't immune to blind, I'll blind the enemy. In this case, since we have 90 blind stocked, the chances of us hitting or affecting our enemy with that status ailment is about of 90%. Now, if we junction a status magic to our status defense, we become immune to said magic. So, for example, in this case, if an enemy would cast sleep on us, it would never work because we have 100 sleeps. So by junctioning sleep to our status defense, we become immune. We become immune to sleep. At this point in the game, it's not crucial for you to have a lot of status defense. There are some enemies in the game who can be a little bit annoying, but we shouldn't have much of a problem at this point in the game. Obviously, the enemy that you need to watch out for the most is Balmoros, because of their bad breath attack, which causes a serious amount of ailments to your characters, but you can't encounter them until much later on in the game anyway. So I'm just going to remove the Guardian Thrusters from both Selfie and Zell, and I'm going to junction them to Quistis, so she can boost her stats a little bit. In this area, you might want to consider fighting rats and drawing silence from them and sleep in case you don't have it yet, even though you don't really need to. I won't. Now that we have Regen, we can junction Regen to our Vitality. It's more powerful than Kuraga. So as you can see, we're getting pretty decent stats for this point in the game. I'm really not at all concerned. I suppose we can junction Blizzaga to our status attack. I believe the T-Rexaur is weak to ice, but we really don't need to worry all that much because the boss that we're going to fight a little bit later on isn't really that powerful either, so we really don't need to worry all that much. I'm just going to increase Squall and Quiz's HP a little bit, and we can head off into the training center finally. Now I suppose I am going to junction sleep to my status attack so I can put the T-Rexaur to sleep when we encounter him, because we can't move on with the story until we encounter him. And That way it will be easy to convert him into a card as well. Almost forgot to give Quistis the card ability. Okay, so the secret area, it's just a couple of screens into the training center. Like I said, we're looking to face a T-Rexaur as well. As far as the other battles goes, just run away from them. There's no point in fighting because we don't want any experience points. Like I said, you might want to consider drawing silence from the Grat. I don't think you need it at this point, so just run away. And we're heading straight to the secret area. And apparently there are lots of couples here. You haven't been here in a while. That seems to mean that Quistis has brought other boys here. I don't know if that's a very good idea. But apparently this is the romantic area of Balam Garden. It's kind of odd that they decide to put it inside the training center. In order to get a little bit of romance, you can potentially die. Seems about right. Apparently Quistis seems quite sad. Oh. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't think Squall cares all that much. I don't think you should know Squall better by now, Quistis. It's not going to give you any comfort. I don't know what you're expecting, really. Well, I don't want to be mean or anything, but Quistis does lack leadership qualities. In fact, later on in the game she makes a series of very questionable decisions, so I suppose in a way they were right. Gotta try a little bit harder. But again, Squall doesn't care. Nope. Oh man, we'll talk to a wall. Jesus Christ, Squall, that's even cold-blooded for you. I mean, you could give her a pat on the back or something. I feel bad for her. But I don't really know what she was thinking, you know, coming to Squall for help. I suppose she wanted to get a little something. But I'm afraid that Squall really isn't into Quistis. In fact, I dare say that he doesn't seem to be into anyone aside from himself, until pretty much randomly all of that changes. So we can't move forward with the story until we fight the T-Rexaur, so just keep running around until you encounter him. Oh, and there's a blizzard draw point if you for some reason want to draw a blizzard over there. And we're in luck, T-Rexaur and a back attack, that's awesome. So I believe a couple of strikes will be enough to weaken him to the point that we'll be able to draw. But to convert him into a card. I imagine one more strike should be enough. especially because we'll be putting him to sleep. So let's give it a try. Awesome, we got it on the first try. So we are able to collect all of the spoils of war, and we don't level up, which is what we don't want. Or actually it's what we want. So we can finally move on with the story. Like I said, you can't proceed to the next event in the game until you encounter the T-Rexaur. And it's the young lady from the infirmary. Apparently we have to save her from this boss, who is extremely weak, so you have nothing to worry about. His name is Gronaldo, or I call him Gronaldo, but okay, it's Granaldo and Raldo. Now you can draw quite a little bit of useful magic from these two opponents. You can draw Shell from Gronaldo and Protect from Raldo, which are really useful spells to have this early on in the game. So you should draw them, so you know, you kill the extra two Raldos because you don't need them, and then just start drawing. You don't have to worry all that much because, like I said, this enemy is fairly weak. You won't be able to do a lot of damage per turn, because our characters are already so strong that we have nothing to worry about. So yeah, I'm just going to keep drawing. I won't show you guys me drawing over and over because there's no point. So by the time I get back, I'm going to have 100 protects, 100 shells, and I believe I might even have 100 blinds for Quistis if I feel that I got a little bit of time to spare. Okay guys, so I have 100 protects and shells for both Squall and Quistis. I also got 100 blinds for Quistis, so we can wrap up this fight. One hit should be enough. As you can see, I got quite a little bit of choices in terms of picking the limit break that I'll use. I guess I'll go with Gatling gun. I think we'll be able to do him in a single turn if everything goes alright, because his AP is a little bit over 1000 at best. Yeah, we got him. So that's that. As you can see, the fight was extremely easy. Just remember to draw and you should be fine. And he gives us quite a little bit of wizard stones, which are very useful to have at this point in the game as well. You could thank us a little better, I mean. That little bow didn't seem that you're thankful enough for all of my hard work, but oh well. That Quistis is a very important character. Okay, so we are done with the training center. There's nothing for us to do here at this point, so we can just get out. And Quistis is going to say our goodbyes for a little while. She's right though, Squall, you know. You should have someone that you can rely upon. It's only good for you. But I suppose Squall will learn that later on. And we are back. We are going to go back to the dorms, where, if I'm not mistaken, Zell's waiting for us. I'm not mistaken, I know he's there. So here he is. Sup, dude? Well, that's awesome. Okay, good night. Thank you. Are you just going to stand there? He is. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to have our first mission already. As you can see on the desk, we have a weapons monthly magazine, which you should get, even though the magazine is pretty much pointless at this point on, because my weapons are upgraded to a level far superior to the ones that to the weapons that we can read about in the magazine. But yeah, these magazines essentially, they inform you of the weapons that you need to collect in order to upgrade your weapons. But again, we've been upgrading our weapons quite a little bit thanks to card mods. So I'm going to stop during this part, guys. In the next segment, we're going to head out towards our timber mission, but we're also going to be obtaining another guardian for the Diablos. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.